Once upon a time, in the picturesque town of Eldermere, there lived a young girl named Lila. With her bright hazel eyes and wild, curly hair, she embodied the spirit of adventure. Lila often wandered through the lush green fields surrounding her modest home, dreaming of a life filled with wonder and excitement, far beyond the constraints of her small-town existence. One sunny afternoon, while exploring a hidden glen, Lila stumbled upon an old, crumbling mansion. Curiosity piqued, she cautiously ventured inside. Dust danced in the rays of sunlight streaming through the shattered windows, and the air was rich with the scent of history. As she made her way through the grand halls, Lila's heart raced with both fear and exhilaration. Suddenly, she heard a soft melody playing in the distance. Following the sound, she entered a grand ballroom where a tall figure played the grand piano. The man, elegantly dressed in a tailored suit, appeared lost in the music. He had dark hair, deep blue eyes, and an air of sophistication that radiated wealth and charm. Lila stood frozen for a moment, captivated by the way his fingers danced over the keys. The man noticed her presence and stopped playing. "Who might you be?" he asked, his voice warm and inviting. Lila introduced herself, her cheeks flushing with embarrassment. The man smiled, revealing a dimple that made her heart flutter. His name was Maximilian, and he was the heir to a vast fortune. Maximilian had come to the mansion to escape the pressures of high society and had found solace in music. He was different from the suit-clad elites she had heard about. There was a sense of warmth and authenticity about him that Lila couldn't resist. As the days passed, Lila and Maximilian formed an unlikely bond. They shared laughter and stories, exploring the town and finding joy in simple things, picnics by the river, stargazing on the mansion's balcony, and laughing like children in the fields. Lila taught Maximilian the beauty of a carefree life, while he introduced her to the wonders of the world beyond their small town. But as their connection deepened, they were met with challenges. Maximilian's family had high expectations for him, as they wanted him to marry a woman of status, someone who could elevate their social standing. Meanwhile, whispers circulated through the town about Lila, a simple girl unworthy of such a wealthy man's affection. One evening, under a canopy of twinkling stars, Maximilian confessed his feelings for Lila. "You are my escape, my adventure, and the love I never knew I was seeking," he said, his eyes searching hers. Overwhelmed with happiness yet aware of the obstacles that lay ahead, Lila felt a mix of joy and apprehension. As the pressure from his family intensified, Maximilian faced a difficult choice. He could conform to societal expectations or bravely pursue a future with Lila. Ultimately, love prevailed. He invited his family to the mansion and boldly declared his intentions. "I will marry for love, not for status. Lila is the one who brings light into my life." The family, taken aback by his unexpected declaration, initially responded with disdain. However, as Maximilian stood firm, sharing stories of their adventures and the depth of their connection, they began to see the sincerity of his feelings. It took time, but slowly, they came around, recognizing that true happiness should always take precedence over social standing. In a beautiful ceremony held in the same mansion where they first met, Lila and Maximilian exchanged vows surrounded by friends and family. Love had triumphed, proving that wealth could not define happiness. As Lila stepped into her new life, she knew that she wasn't just marrying a rich man, she was marrying the love of her life, a partner who saw her not for her background but for who she was at her core. Together, they ventured into a world filled with laughter, passion, and endless adventure, living a life that intertwined the richness of love and the luxury of their dreams. And so, they lived happily ever after, a legacy of love amidst a backdrop of wealth and grandeur.